think it was a great initiative. I love the organization. I love the curation of speakers. The volunteers, everyone did so well. I think that Joseph Etim, the convener of the event, did a fantastic job of putting this together. I think that it's something that young people in Nigeria and Africa need, and that is leadership, real thought leadership, and showing people what they need to be looking at. Not everybody knows by default what they should be looking at or what they should be seeing or which way they should be curating their knowledge or the path they should be walking in. And so when you put together an event like this where people who have decades worth of experience are sharing for next to nothing to people, I think that it's something that we need. I think it's what really would help the youth of Nigeria beyond any government initiative. What the people in the private sector like Joseph are doing, it's amazing. So I'm glad to be a part of it. I feel privileged to have shared my 2 cents worth of knowledge with people who came here today.
Accomplishments, and there he was in his kingdom, was an emperor actually, the emperor who had not himself titled.
Today I'm really excited about Connect Conference. I'm really excited because we've been able to conclude what we just got as a vision. Today marks the end of the 2 days events we initially had. We were able to host industry expert, we were able to host Blessing Abeng, Lamide Johnson, Julius Afolabi, Philip Agola, and we had John Obidi attend live from Dubai. He came all the way.
As the conference began unfolding, it was like very deep sections, and it was like a transition from one phase to another phase to another phase. So today we had John Obidi, and I sat quietly at the back. It was really thought-provoking. It had so much insight. It made me think to the point where I would separate things and know that, oh, there are some things that need to be arranged in a chronological order after this event. And I'm very grateful I was here. It has really been a paradigm shift in my thinking, in execution. It's going to be a whole new different ballgame.
I think even beyond the information that was shared here, something was formed, I think unknowingly, and that is community. It's one of the things that I emphasized in my talk, community. The things that have been done here can be replicated, and people should keep in touch. We just shared what we could today, but tomorrow somebody's going to know something, and next week somebody will know something, and so if we keep the community together, I think that's going to help the attendees more than a one-off event. So what I'm excited about more is the community that has been created here. I think there's a Facebook group that has been created, and so I think more information will be shared there. People are going to interact, share more knowledge, more opportunities, and so that's one big take home from here. I mean, there's a lot that has been shared, but I think the best takeaway here is the community, and I just would like everybody to connect with the community and keep the fire burning.
Having of us took actions last night. Just wait, like you did something you've never thought you could do.
I have been profoundly impacted by his work. You know, I've seen his rise, and I mean, you come to all these events and you teach and you say all you want, but you know that by the time they get back on the road, get into traffic, get on the buses, you know, the environment is going to sap about 80% of the inspiration. So not everybody, despite our best intentions, will be a doer of the word, so to speak. You know, but I'm so happy to have seen how he took the words that he heard, not just from me, but the learnings that he was able to grab from books, from experience, from other speakers, and his own life lived experience, and he turned it into something amazing. And not just doing that for himself, but extending that to his own community. I think that is profound. I think that is a template that every young person should follow. The YPC team was amazing. I mean, from the media, to the cameras, to the protocol, to the internet team, it was amazing. And I would like them to keep up the good work. So good.
It's been such a journey, and I can't really express how I feel, but I'm super excited that Connect Conference 2022 has been a wrap. I want to say thank you to everybody that connected from everywhere in the world. You know, thank you so much for connecting with us. Thank you for attending. Thank you to those that paid all the way to come to the city of Abuja to attend Connect Conference. It's been a journey, and I'm really excited that we're able to do this, and we're doing it again and even bigger. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm sure we are doing okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hi, great. Good to have you here too. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I celebrate you, sir. Yen Yen. Who is that person? Hi. Good to have you here too. Thanks for connecting. So, guys, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment box. Let me be sure that my mouth is not just running. If you are here, just leave a comment. Hi, Florence Kemi. Great to have you here. Thanks for joining in. If you can hear me very well, let me know in the comment. Just type it's clear, it's audible, and we are good to go. And guys, today is going to be a fantastic session. So you may want to consider inviting your friends and those you care about. Hi, Florence. Thanks for joining in. How's everybody doing? I hope we are good. Okay, great to seeing loud and clear. Nice, nice. It means we're good to go. So today's topic is very strategic, right? Today's topic is showing up, unearthing your uniqueness, and I hope to share from my personal experience. I hope to be very vulnerable. I hope to really teach tonight because this is a topic that looks very easy for a lot of people, right? But if we don't pay attention to the details of what I'm going to be teaching tonight, there's just a lot that will be living on the table. And I'm hoping that everybody will be learning here tonight, right? And I'm really excited about today's session. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. Hello, Victoria. Thanks for joining in. Okay, my guy is here. Good evening, sir. Mr. Your filmmaker is connecting all the way from United Kingdom. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in. It's a privilege to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much, sir. I don't even know what to say again since you're here. Oh my God. Thank you so much for joining in. So, guys, I'm ready to share. I hope you have your note too. Please, if you don't have your notes, please go get your notes. If you don't have your notes, go get your note because one of the things I'll be teaching here tonight is something you may want to go back and read and read and remind yourself over and over and over and over and over until it sticks. Okay? Until it sticks. Until it sticks. Hi, Funaya. Glad to have you here. Thanks for joining in. So, guys, before I start, I'll do something I've not done before, right? And I'll be asking this question: what did we learn from last week's session? Just a sentence. If you learned something, if you attended, if you missed, also let me know in the comment box, right? But then I would like to know that I didn't waste my time. What did you learn? Possibly, what actions did you take? I would like to know that in the next 2-3 minutes, and I'll kick off. Okay. So, if you attended last week's session, what was the topic, by the way? Okay. What did you learn? What action did you take? If you were in attendance, I would like to know in the comment box. If you were in attendance, I would like to know in the comment box. Then I fly. I want to be sure that I'm not wasting my time here. So if I can get to comment, then I'll move. If I can get to comment, then I'll move. If I can get to comment, then I'll move. If I can get to comment, then I'll move. If I can get to comment, then I will move. Okay, if you attended last week's session, what did you learn? What action did you take? Probably you didn't take any action, but what sticked? What did you learn? Who's going first? Why you guys behaving like this? You guys want to type? Showing up, unearthing your uniqueness. Before we go into that, I'd like to hear from you. What did you learn last week? Ifunaya, Florence, Victoria, great. Who is going first? Hope I'm looking good for this live. I'm sure you guys can hear me. What did we learn last week? What did we learn? What was your take home? Okay, my boss is looking for my trouble. So it's fine. I hope I can teach what my Oga can learn. I just hope so. I'm under pressure right now to deliver. Hi, God. So, guys, if you attended last week's session, what did you learn? 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 I asked for 2 comments. If I can get one, then I'll kickstart. Who is going first? What did you learn? If you were not in attendance, just let me know. So I'm sure I'm talking to fresh audience. What did you learn? Oh, hi Victoria. Thanks for joining in. Victoria says she's a first timer. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate you. Please, on the first seat, the first row, there is, I don't know if you've seen some bottle of water, drinks, and some chin chin. You may want to take some for yourself. I'm not sure the ushers are in already, so you may want to serve yourself. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Favor. I learned that I should gain mastery in my endeavors to attract kings. Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, Favor, for tuning in. Thank you so much, Favor, for tuning in. Favor learned how to gain mastery and attract kings, right? Awesome. Awesome. It means we didn't waste our time last week. So today we'll be talking about showing up, and I'm sure you guys can hear me, so I'm going now, right? So today we'll be talking about showing up, unearthing your uniqueness, right? And today the goal is to learn how to solve the difficult part of showing up, and the difficult part of showing up consistently. Underline the word consistently, and how to earn more for your time online in the difficult times, right? So I would love us to pay attention. That's one of the things I'll be teaching here. They're not things I've shared before. So you may want to pay attention because these things will change your life, right? So I want you to discard the mindset and thoughts that it's already end of the year and there's just so little to what you can achieve. No, one opportunity can change your life. One person you meet can change your life. And who knows, probably this would be the live session that would give you access to your next level, right? That will give you access to your next big idea, right? So I don't want anybody to take this session for granted. Yes, it's free, but then your time, you must use your time to pay attention. You must use your time to pay attention. It's possible that everybody in the world was connected, but you are here tonight, and I would love you to pay what? Attention. Showing up has been very difficult for a lot of people. So you get to start a project, and before you know, you are exhausted, you are tired, you don't have the inspiration. Some people call it idea block, whatever. You don't have this inspiration, this drive anymore to continue. Why? Because of some of the things I'll be sharing here tonight. I'm sure my video is very clear so everybody can see me very well. Okay, so showing up. What does it mean to show up in 2022? What does it mean to show up in October? What does it mean to show up in November? What does it mean to show up this period? What does it really mean? What does it really mean? And one of the things I want us to understand tonight is when we talk about showing up, we're not talking about showing up for anybody. We're talking about you showing up for yourself, right? We're talking about you honoring your destiny. We're talking about you harnessing your hidden potential. Whatever is unique about you, we're talking about how you can unravel what is unique about you. We're talking about how you can shine your light to your world. Okay, we're talking about how you can step forward, right? And I tried to pick some definition from the dictionary. And if we talk about unearthing, what does it really mean to unearth? When you hear the word unearth, what does it really mean? It means to find something by digging. It means to find something by digging. Digging. Unearthing, digging. It means you have to go deep. So when we talk about showing up, when we talk about your potential, when we talk about uniqueness, means here the quality of being the only one of a kind, the quality of being the only one of its kind. Sorry, the quality of being the only one of its kind. You can add here uniqueness. Uniqueness would mean to be exceptional, to be different, to be a star, to be shining light, to be radiating glory. Okay, to be different. I hope we're following. So finding something by digging, unearthing. So it means that whenever we talk about showing up, unearthing your uniqueness, it's first of all a personal journey for you. It's a question of you asking yourself, what is unique about me? What is special about me? What is that thing about me that the world need access to? What do I need to dig? What do I need to go into to bring out? It means that it's not just something that you can just tell yourself today and you just see it. It's something that you have to go on a personal journey to discover, right? You can call it a journey to your personal discovery, a journey to unlocking your hidden uniqueness. What is unique about you? That quality about you that is unique. Your ability to go deep into yourself, to find yourself, is what we'll be talking about tonight. And I'm hoping sincerely that we'll not take this class for granted, right? It's a season when everybody listening to me now, you have to go on a retreat to ask yourself, what is special about me? And at some point, you may need to jot down, you may need to write down. Sorry, guys, tonight I'll not be shouting like I used to do. I would like to speak and teach. Okay, so permit me not to shout, right? So you need to go on a personal journey with yourself. You need to sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is special about me? What is unique about me? Right? When Joseph is saying showing up, right? How can I step forward? Okay. When we talk about showing up, what this means is you need to decide to help. You need to decide to do what? To help. You need to decide to lend your voice. You need to decide to become a solution. And guys, today I would like to start up on this note. There's a Bible verse I would like to read to us tonight because a lot of us, we have some limiting mindset I'll be talking about as we make progress. I would like to read a scripture because some of us, there's this question we always tell ourselves, what is really special about me? What is really unique about me? What do I really need to dig? Right? And first of all, I would like us to understand that showing up is an instruction. Showing up is what? An instruction. I'd like to read from, I wouldn't want to share my screen, so I will not be distracted. I would like to read from Jeremiah. Jeremiah is in the Bible. I would like to read from Jeremiah chapter 1. It's a scripture that we are all familiar with, but I'd like to remind some of us. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. It says here, I'm reading from the Amplified, right? It says here, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. I knew and approved of you as my chosen instrument, right? And before you were born, I separated and set you apart, consecrating you, and have appointed you as a prophet to the nation, right? And interestingly, one of the things that Jeremiah said here, like a lot of us that are listening to me right now, there was something he said. I like how amplified version says it. Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am only a youth. Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am only a youth. Right? So there are so many things I'll be sharing here tonight, and your mindset will be telling you, Joseph, I love what you're saying. But then another version will say, I'm only a child. But then some of the mindset that will come to you will say, oh, Joseph, I would love to show up, but then I'm only a child. Oh, I would love to show up, but I'm only a novice. Oh, I would love to show up, but I'm only a beginner. Joseph, I love what you are saying here tonight. I would love to show up, but I've just been 2 months in the game. I would love to show up. I would like to do more, but Joseph, I've just been a week in this stuff. Joseph, I would love to show up, but nobody knows my name. Joseph, I love what you do. You inspire me a lot, and I would love to be like you. I would really love to show up, but then nobody knows my name. Nobody is giving me attention. Joseph, I love what you are saying here tonight, but then I've been doing this thing consistently for 10 years, for 5 years, for 2 years, for 7 years, but I've not seen any tangible result. That was what Jeremiah said. I am only a youth, a child. I am weak. I don't know how this is done. But God said what? I have separated you to be a prophet. I have separated you to be a voice. I have separated you to become a change maker. I have separated you to be the reason why somebody in your vicinity, your immediate environment, why they will have hope. I have separated you to shine your light. Am I making progress? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So when we talk about showing up, it's first of all what? An instruction. It's not just a choice, it's an instruction. I think when Jesus left after he was crucified and he appeared to his disciples, one of the things he said to his disciples when he came back to them before he finally left, he said something. He said, "Go into the world, make disciples of all nations." Right? That was the last instruction he gave. He didn't just say, "Go back to your shell, go back to your comfort zone, go back to the place where you're comfortable about what you love doing." He didn't say, "Go back to hiding," right? But he released his spirit so that what can happen? So that people can become confident about their purpose. It's about you honoring your destiny here, guys. It's not just a game of being on the spotlight. This is not a game of you just being known. It's not a game of you trying to buy attention on social media. That's not the point. That's not the point. It's a game of you honoring your destiny, understanding that you don't have all the time you think you do. It's a game of you going deep to ask yourself, how long do I have to be useful? How long do I do what? How long do I have to be useful? Jeremiah was scared. When he heard that there was something he was going to do for God, he was very scared. He was extremely scared. He was scared. He was scared. So it doesn't matter if you're a newcomer in this business. Understand that, well, first of all, is an instruction. It's an instruction. It's an instruction. So showing up is what? Stepping forward, deciding to help, lending your voice, deciding to become a solution. And I'm going to be reading another scripture here tonight. I'm going to be reading another scripture here tonight from Exodus. Sorry, today I'll be doing a lot of Bible reading. I'll be doing a lot of Bible reading. So, guys, permit me. Exodus chapter 3. I'd love to read Exodus chapter 3. Exodus chapter 3. Exodus chapter 3. I'd love to read from verse 7. And this is still trying to talk to our minds and help us to accept what I'm sharing here tonight. Because if you remember the story of Moses very well, Moses in the Bible, when God decided to appear to Moses and send him on an errand to go and deliver the Israelites from the hands of the Egyptians, a lot went down. So from verse 7 here, the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their masters and oppressors. For I know their sorrows and sufferings and trials. Now, I want us to understand that the people that we are sent to, that what they are afflicted, they don't know what they are doing, right? For some of you, there are people you will be seeing on social media, they are doing things they ought not to be doing, and you are worried. Why should a human being be behaving like this? Why should a teenager be doing like this? Why are people doing things like in such manner? Why are they behaving? Why are people misbehaving? Is it that people don't just have sense? They are afflicted. They are afflicted. And verse 8 says here, and have come down to deliver them out of the hand and the power of the Egyptians, to bring them out, to bring them up out of that land to a land good and large, a land flowing with milk and honey, and a land of plenty, to the place of the Canaanite, the Hittite, and the Amorite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. And verse 9 says, now behold, the cry of the Israelites has come to me, and I have seen how the Egyptians oppress them. There are so many people that are currently locked in a world where their hearts are crying, help, help, help. When you see a teenager, a youth, posting something that you are really angry about, inside that post is written a cry for help. Help me. Joseph, help me. Florence, help me. Favor, help me. Great wisdom, help me. Mira, help me. There's a cry in their heart, help. When you see somebody going naked on social media, there is a cry for help. For help. When you see somebody that is broke, they are struggling with their finances, there is a cry for help. When somebody that is trying to learn a new language, somebody that is trying to launch into tech, somebody that is trying to learn a new skill, somebody that is trying to do what you are good at, there is a cry inside of them calling your name, help me, help me, help me. Verse 10 says, come now, therefore, I will send you to Pharaoh, that you may bring forth my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. I'll send you forth Florence, El Favor, Shadrach, and everybody connected here. I'll send you forth so that you can do what? You can deliver these guys from this limiting mindset. But some of you, you are still running. You've been running for a long time. You've been running, telling yourself, why must I show up? Can't I just get a job and just relax? Like, what is the reason for showing up? Nobody cares about my story. Nobody cares about listening to me. Nobody really cares about what I'm doing. In fact, I wrote a post last week about the same thing that Joseph is talking about, but nobody even liked it. Nobody commented. Nobody did as if I did anything worth, giving a second look. No, there's how these things are done, right? And some of the limiting mindset that hold people bound. I hope today I'll be able to perform surgery. I hope today I'll be able to deliver a lot of us from some of this limiting mindset. Number one on the list on this limiting mindsets that keep people on one spot, keep people stuck. Number one is I am not a social media person. Number one is what? I'm not a social media person. When you say that, it's valid, but then what if it's a call for you to develop yourself? I hope I'm making sense, guys. I hope you guys can hear me, right? It's a call for you to learn. And I think from the last class, if you're not here, you can go back to the last class to learn how to best position yourself online, right? So some of the limiting mindset, number one, I'm not a social media person, I'm not a tech person, I'm an introvert, and all those kind of mindsets. Number two, limiting mindset. I don't have the time. I have a 9 to 5. I don't have the time. I stay with my parents. I don't have the time. I'm engrossed with work. I don't have the time. I am this. I am that. I am this. Mm-mm. Those are limiting mindsets. You are here on earth for a particular reason, and you must honor your destiny. You are here on earth for what? For a particular reason, and you must what? You must honor your destiny. You are here on earth for a particular reason. You must do what? You must honor your destiny. Number three reason is what will people say? What will people say? Everybody knows me now. They know where I'm coming from. They know that I'm broke. They know that I'm broke. They know I don't have money. They know I still use keke. In fact, I know I call myself a coach. I know I call myself this. I know I call myself that. But the last time I tried to use public transport, the last time I tried to use keke, the last time somebody saw me on bike. So why would they listen to me? In fact, the last time the person I'm trying to talk to about honoring their own destiny, the last time I collected money from them, and I'm still yet to pay back. Hi, Emedion, good to have you here. Limiting mindset. What will people say? They'll think I'm too small. Ha! To be asking, who does this one think he is? What does he know? Every time, yeah, yeah, just be talking, just be talking. No, you must honor your destiny. You must show up. You must not give thoughts to what people will say. The one that I've sent you, you must listen to him. Number four is I'm not yet ready. I'm not yet ready. And the third reality is the person saying I'm not yet ready has been someone that has been going on. You've been learning for the longest time, reading books, studying, building yourself, building your capacity. And every time you have this urge to show up, you always give yourself the excuse that I'm not yet ready. I'll show up in 2023. Thank God it's month end. I'll show up in November. Joseph, I love what you are saying, but I bet you give me December. December 1st, I'm showing up. Give me 2023. January 1st, I'm showing up. And that's what happens sometimes. That's why you discover that a lot of people, when it's January 1st, everybody will come up. New year, new me. And I always laugh. This year you will see me, and before you know February, everybody will just calm down again. Country is hard, this one is hard. That's not the kind of mindset you should have. The people I'm sent to, they have money more than me. Kai, last time I wrote a post, somebody just left a comment. Who be this one? Who do you think you are? That's a distraction. Delete the comment, block the person if possible, but honor your destiny. You are ready. You're ready because you've been preparing all your life for this moment. Number five reason is I don't have the tools. Joseph, I've been thinking about starting a video content, stuff like that, starting a YouTube, blah, blah, blah. I've been thinking of, in fact, I wanted to launch a podcast, but this number five, I don't have the tools. I don't have a camera. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have a mic. That's just an excuse. Start with what you have. Start with what you have. What do you have? Now, before 2019, right? I've never published a video of me. Some of you that watch my video now, you follow me on Instagram. you follow me on YouTube, subscribe, and all those stuff, and you keep enjoying my content. Before 2019, there was no video of me anywhere, but I was able to do what? To start from where I was. Some of you, it could be just starting with tweeting, right? You could just be starting with tweeting. You have this idea, you have this concept, you have this thing that you think can help other people. You could start with a tweet. It mustn't be a video, it mustn't be a podcast. Start with what you have. Post on Twitter. You're not charged for posting. Post on Twitter, screenshot it, post on your Instagram, on your Facebook, post it on your WhatsApp, post it everywhere. It must not be a video. I want to start a video. I want to start a video. Since 2014, this 2022. There's this video there's how I want my video to look. Until today, you are still trying to. Hi, Joel Adepoju. I'm sure you're doing well. Thanks for joining in. Right? You've been planning. And some of the amazing people that you love, the difference between you and them is not that they don't plan. But your job, you've been planning. Take action. Take action. Start from where you are. Take action. There's a post I published on Instagram and Facebook some time ago, and I said, some of the people you admire, the difference between where you are and where they are is just the action they've taken. You are there planning. They are there taking action. You are there planning for something you want to do in 2026, 2024. November, they will launch something, and you are there planning. Take action. Number 6, my limiting mindset here I wrote is everybody must not be on the spotlight. Must everybody be on the spotlight? No. Everybody must not be on the spotlight. But ask yourself, where is the spot for your own destiny? Everybody must not be with the mic. Everybody must not be on the stage. But where are you? In fact, if you're supposed to be in the audience, right, clapping for other people, a lot of you will say, I love supporting people. I love just pushing. I love pushing. I love. How have you been pushing people? The thing you claim to be doing, how have you been able to do it consistently? Not everybody must be on the spotlight, but where your game is played, how have you been able to maximize your spot? How have you been able to maximize your spot? It's true, not everybody will create videos. Not everybody will be a writer. Not everybody. But the one thing that you claim that you've accepted that is unique about you, how have you been able to show up? How have you been able to do what? To show up? Everybody must not be a photographer. Everybody must not have a 9 to 5. Everybody must not be an entrepreneur. Everybody must not be doing what Joseph is doing. The one thing that is unique about you, how have you been able to show up in that place? Yes, the spotlight, but then your own spot. There's a spot for you. There's a spot for you. The 12 disciples, not everybody wrote a scripture, right? But every story that we read about these guys, there is something unique about them. They were able to shine their light in their own environment, their own responsibility. They were able to do it at the highest level possible. So whatever you've accepted and you've been able to dig to discover about you that is unique about you, how have you been able to leverage and position yourself? How have you been able to hack that? How have you been able to shine that? How have you been able to use what you have to help other people? Some of you think that you are hiding yourself. You think that everybody must not be on the spotlight. But then I come to remind you that you are just being selfish. And understand that everybody will be judged at the end. Because like Jeremiah, he was crying, I'm still a baby. I'm still a youth. Let me go and read that Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Let me go and read it again so we can see what God told Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 1. Jeremiah chapter 1. I'll read verse 6. Okay, verse 6. Jeremiah said, Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am only a youth. This amplified. Then there's something that God did that was very funny here. Verse 7 said, But the Lord said to me, Say not that I'm only a youth, for you shall go to all to whom I shall send you, and whatever I command you, ye shall speak. God did not listen to what he said. After he complained, but, God still sent him. The people have sent you to, you must go there. There's a guy you remember in the Bible. What was his name? Jonah. Jonah in the Bible. I think I shared this during our last boot camp with some inner circle members, and I'll share here tonight. And I was sharing with them that Jonah, while Jonah was running from Nineveh, people were suffering, right? People were suffering because he was sent to Nineveh, right? And for some of us, one of the questions we need to ask ourselves tonight, we need to ask ourselves, where is my Nineveh? Where is your Nineveh? Where have you been sent to? Where is your Nineveh? Your Nineveh may not be Instagram. Your Nineveh may not be YouTube. Your Nineveh may not be Facebook. Your Nineveh may not be any social media platform. Whatever place you've called your Nineveh, how have you been able to honor your destiny? Now understand that social media is just a tool, is a vehicle to execute these things that you've been sent to do. YouTube, Facebook, all these things are just vehicles. They're just vehicles. Whatever I'm doing here tonight, they are just what? Vehicles. Whatever I'm doing here tonight, they're just what? These are just vehicles. I could be doing this on Instagram. I could be doing this on Facebook. I could be doing this physically. But then where is your Nineveh? Is your Nineveh Twitter? Some of you are so known on Twitter, but on Instagram, it's like nobody knows you. Some of you are so popular on Facebook, but on other platforms, like nobody knows you. Some of you decided to kill yourself on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp. But ask yourself, is that your Nineveh? Is that your Nineveh? Is that your Nineveh? Where is your Nineveh? Where have you been sent to? Where have you been what? Where have you been sent to? That's a question that everybody should answer here tonight. Where is your Nineveh? Have you been able to show up? What actions have you been taking? Or are you just thinking that this is just any tax? Have you been able to ask yourself, what are the tools that are needed? Who is needed to support me? What do I need to do? Or you're just like a mediocre, trying to just do things anyhow. Whatever assignment that you've been sent to execute, you must pay attention to the details of what is required. Because there are a lot of people, a lot of lives are at stake when you don't show up. A lot of lives are at stake when you don't show up. Jonah, when Jonah was not showing up, when God sent him to Nineveh, and he was running away until he was swallowed by the fish. Have you ever asked yourself, how about those that died before Jonah showed up? So when you refuse to show up, understand that there are a lot of people that are tied to your message. It's not just an option, it's a responsibility. It's an instruction. God did not listen to what Jeremiah was saying, I'm just a youth, I'm just a youth. He said, I've sent you. I've empowered you to function. Number 7 reason here why people don't want to show up is, why must I share my story anyways? Is it really important? Can't I just do my 9 to 5 and just rest? I beg. Because I never see food chop. You won't go inspire people. You don't understand what is called destiny. You don't understand what is called destiny. At the end of this race, everybody will be judged. Remember the story of the 5 talents? Some people were giving 1, 2, 3, 4. And for those that were able to use their talent, what did the master do when he came? He multiplied their talent. And the person that said, look at what you gave me, just 1 talent. I've been able to bury it. Oh my God, guess who is here in the building, guys? Good evening, sir. Great to have you, sir. Great to have you here, sir. Mr. Emo. It's a privilege to have you here, sir. I feel so honored, and I don't take this for granted. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in. God bless you. Right? You must understand that this is you honoring your destiny. There are a lot of people that will be suffering when you don't honor your destiny. Jonah kept running away from Nineveh. The more he was running away, the more people were suffering. Your excuse, why must I really share my story anyway? What must I be the one? Can't I just come and read post and just go? You'll be judged at the end. The talent that you were giving, you are burying it. Some of us read the scriptures and we are like, why did this guy bury the talent now? That's the same thing you're doing. What God has given you, the talent that you've been giving, you are burying it. Why? You think it's not enough. But I have just 10 followers on Instagram. I have just 2 followers. I have just 100 followers. Oh my God. You have 100 people connected to you. That's crazy. That's a crazy number. So what have you been doing with the 100 people? Subscribe to your YouTube channel. You want to have, okay, once I have, just I love what you're saying here tonight, but just if once I have 2,000 people, 1,000, 5,000, I'll show up. Until you use your 1 talent, God will not honor you to give you more. Multiplication only comes to those that have been able to accept and use what they already have. Remember the story of those that have 2, 3, 4. What happened? It was multiplied. And even the person that had 1, it was collected and given to the person that had, was it 4 or 5, and multiplied. What you have, what have you been doing with what you have? Have you been wasting the resources, the investment? All the books you've read is not for you. There's a video I'll be releasing soon on Instagram. And one of the things I said there was, your gift is not for you. Your gift is for the world. Your gift is not for you. Whatever gifting that God has given you is not for you. It's for the world. Whatever I have now is not for me. It's not to bless me. It's to bless you. So what do you have? What have you been doing with what you have? Number 8 reason why people don't want to show up. Can't I just live my life quietly? I'm an introvert, for crying out loud, Joseph. I don't like the public. I don't just like crowd. I don't like people's wahala. You've been giving talent. You can't just live quietly. You must honor your destiny. Remember Moses in the Bible? He ran away from Egypt to a land where he became a shepherd, right? But at the end of the day, God had to send him back to Egypt to deliver his people. And like Jeremiah, Moses' excuse, but I'm a stammerer. God did not look at the excuse. He was still sent. So it doesn't matter the excuses that you are giving, you have been given a responsibility, a task. And there's something I always say, when God gives you an assignment and you choose when to execute, you may be irrelevant when you think you're ready. Probably you are saying, in 2023, I'll kill everybody. Just say, I know, don't worry, next year. Some of you were planning to launch out in 2019, 2020. What happened? COVID distorted your plan. You must be positioned. For God to announce you, you must be positioned. You must be on duty. Opportunities, growth, visibility doesn't come to those that are looking for visibility. Visibility comes to those that are well positioned. So how have you been able to position yourself? How have you been able to accept and honor the call for destiny? Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, let me know in the comments. If I'm making sense, let me know in the comments. If I'm making sense, let me know in the comments. Number 9 excuse people have. Oh my God, time is running very fast. Number 9 excuse that people have is people already know these things, Joseph. Joseph, I love what you're saying. I love you, man. I love you, Joseph. I admire you a lot. I love what you're doing. But don't you think people already know these things? Let me shock you. If people already know these things, why is it that when a new word comes into your head, as simple as the word is, you go to Google to go and search for the meaning? Why don't you just know it? Why do you go and search? It means that there are people always searching for help. And sometimes they are going to find you. Sometimes the only people they have access to is just you. It's just you. It's just you. They're following just you. They don't have access to the Joseph and the big guys doing the big things, but they have access to you. What have you been doing on your timeline? What have you been doing on your timeline? What have you been doing on your timeline? Have you been able to honor your destiny? People already know all these things. Nobody knows in a way that it can relate to them when you speak to them. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So, one of the questions you must ask yourself tonight that would help you to show up is a question like, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Some of you don't see yourself as anything. You see yourself as weak, timid. No. You see yourself small. This is funny, but that's the truth, Joel. At the end, God will judge you. If you like, show up. If you like, don't show up. At the end, God will judge you. Joseph, I gave you this talent. What did you do with it? Your capacity was for 1,000 people, for hundreds of thousands, for 1,000,000, but you were just micromanaging the talent I gave you. You must stretch yourself. Some of you today don't have any idea. I don't have any idea. I don't have any content. I don't have any. No, it's called content creation. You must demand from your brain, from your mind. You must demand from yourself to create stuff. Can you just tell yourself today I don't want to eat, so I cannot cook, I cannot buy food, I can no. What do? You go into the kitchen and you cook for yourself. Why? You are hungry. The people connected to you are hungry. So you must put pressure on yourself to create something that can help them. Today I just wish I want to them. I don't want to post anything. No. I just want to mind my business. No. You must force yourself to give. Why? Because you are honoring your destiny. Number one question is, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a public figure, as a public speaker, as an entrepreneur, as an impact leader, as a change maker? Or do you just see yourself as a small person that nobody can listen to? Moses was saying, but I am weak, I am a stammerer. No, that was not who God was seeing him as. God saw him as a deliverer, somebody that can deliver the whole of the Israelites from the hands of Pharaoh. And that was all that matters. That mattered then. How do you see yourself? What is unique about you? What is unique about you? Now, there is something I love so much. How many of us listen to commentary? Like you watch, you see awards, you watch documentaries, biographies, and stuff like that. What have you learned from that? In fact, there's this guy we love so much. I admire him a lot. Cristiano Ronaldo. How many of us remember when he came back to Manchester United? How many of us remember the introduction that he was given when he walked into the field? How many of us remember? Imagine that he didn't see himself that way. How many of us remember? How many of us remember how Ronaldo? It's not about being a football fan or not. That introduction was crazy. That introduction was crazy. It was crazy. That introduction was crazy. If you go on YouTube, you're going to see it. That introduction was crazy. There are people that when you watch, they're about to be awarded, giving awards, all these award night and stuff. The way they are introduced, the things that is said about them, they are just crazy. And you be asking yourself, oh my God, was this how they saw themselves? There are some movies you've not seen that probably when you go to read about the movie, just a description about the movie, the things that are written about it, you say, wait, is this how? Are you kidding me? Wow. It's not just hype. Some of you, if I decide to write about you, okay, if some of you come online on your birthdays, exactly, let me use an example. Some of you on your birthdays, the things you read about yourself on people's wall, you'll be like, oh my God, why these people? Why did they deceive me? Why are they like this? Why are they like this? But that's the truth. You are the reason why you've inspired me. You're the reason why, like, some of the things that are said about you, you keep asking yourself. Sometimes when I read about myself, things that people say about me, I become so humble, right? The people bragging about you, saying all sorts of things about you, how you have inspired them, how you've changed their lives, how you've done this and done that. I'm always inspired. So how do you see yourself? Jesus always asked his disciples, this question: what do men say I am? Some of you need to go on a journey to ask your friends. I don't mean that one that you go and you post anonymous. And what do you think about me? Anonymous will post. There are some close friends of yours. Ask them, how do you perceive me? I do that a lot. How do you see me? Like, forget what people say on social media. Like, Joseph, how do you perceive Joseph to be? And I use that to evaluate myself a lot. Well, I see you as someone that's very passionate about what he does. You are very driven. You have so much passion for the youth. You have this excellence. You are creative. You are this. You are that. And I use all that to add to how I see myself and improve myself. What is unique about you? Ask yourself what is unique about you. What are the things that people compliment you for? What are the things that people compliment you for? I would like to know in the comments. If there's something that people compliment you for, just write something little in the comment so I could just, talk to yourself in the comments. What are those things that people compliment you for? For me, this guy, impact leader, global change maker, he's very creative. There are a lot of things, but the question tonight is to you: what do people compliment you for? I would like you guys to write it in the comments. What do people compliment you for? And if you're watching here tonight, I'd like you to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can always have notifications of when we post a new video and stuff like that. Okay? What do people compliment you for? I hope you guys can hear me. Let's interact in the comment. What do people compliment you for? What is your superpower? That thing that you can do with ease. Now, I wrote here, what you have is not common. What you have is not common. That you can do it with so much ease doesn't mean it's common. I'll say that again. What you have is not common. That you can do it with so much ease doesn't mean it's common. Now, I'll give you guys an example. I do designs too. Whatever you know me for, I also do graphic designs. I'm a branding king. Like, and when it comes to creativity, branding creativity, you can call me king. Okay, it's something that I've been doing this for years. So like, I can I do this at with no effort. I could design in 5 minutes. I could create something stunning in 10 minutes. Right? I could do some magic in 20 minutes. Why? That's my superpower. So at some point in my career, one of the questions I kept asking myself is all this in the same Joseph show up, Joseph show up, Joseph show up. See, some of you, I was like you. Yes, I was like you. There's nothing you will tell me for me to show up. I just believe that I should just be in the background. Like nobody needs to know me. Nobody needs to hear my name. Nobody should disturb me, I beg. Let me just make my money and claim out. No. What is your superpower? It was like everybody was doing this thing, but how can I also show up? How can I? Until I discovered that one of my superpower was my ability. I could create thousands of designs for just a single event. Like if I want to do an event now, I can create 1 million designs. All of you know. If YPC should do this event now, I can on my own volunteers rest. I can me on my own. I can create 10,000 designs. Anything I want to say, I'll do it in design. Hello everyone, glad to be here. Instead of saying it or typing it, I'll go and create a design for that. That is my superpower. I can create magical videos. That is my superpower. I can gather crowd. If I want to do a conference now, I can gather. I know how to pull the numbers. That is my superpower. I know how to make people fall in love with me. That is my superpower. If you meet me for the first time, I know how to make you stay connected. I know how to I know how to buy your interest. I know how to buy your attention. That is my superpower. Some of you be asking, Joseph has known this person for the past 10 years. How does he do it? Some of you, you've known somebody for just 2 days and you're tired. I can know you for the longest time and we are still good friends. That is my superpower. But tonight is not about me, it's about you. What is your own superpower? What is that thing that you can do with so much ease? There's something I wrote on our Facebook community, and I asked this question. Whatever you do, just write a word about it. Don't not a sentence, a word. So I'll ask that question tonight. If your name is mentioned now, what is the one thing that people should know you for? Let's go in the comments. Onensin Nkano, thanks for joining in. Florence Kemi, thanks for joining in. Thanks for staying till now. It's 9 o'clock already, and we're still here. Thank you guys. We still have a long way to go, but I'll see how I can wrap it up soon. Okay. So if your Florence, if your name is mentioned, Nkano, if your name is mentioned, Grace Ali, if your name is mentioned, Joel Adepoju, if your name is mentioned, and everybody connected here, Lucky, thanks so much for connecting, sir. If your name is mentioned, what is the one thing that would stay in the mind of your audience? Let's go. Forget about what people say now. What is that word that stands out? If Nkano is mentioned now, what is that one word that people should remember? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want you guys to type it in the comments. I want you guys to type it in the comments. One word. One word. One word. One word. Books. Lucky books. Awesome. 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 What is that one word? One word. One word. One word. Positivity. Awesome. 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 What is that one word? When your name is mentioned, what is that one word? What is that one word? Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's talk to ourselves. And I think I would love to take questions today. Last week I was able to take just a question. Today I would love to take questions. So if you have questions, put it in the comment box. At some point I could just take questions before we end it. Okay. So just I would love to take questions. I promise I'll take questions today. Okay. Awesome. fashion. Kayson is saying funny. AY is saying funny. Um, fashion, awesome, 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 awesome. I love this. I love it. I love it. So the big question you should ask yourself: how have you been able to help people through these things that stands out for you? How have you been able to transmit positivity to people? Have you been able to help people through fashion? Have you been able to help people through entertainment, through books? How have you been able to help people? Or are you just thinking that what you have is common? No. See, there's some things you know that people don't know. Go to YouTube, go and check the things you think are crazy, are foolish. People still search for those things. How to wake up, how to eat bread and tea. Go and check. People still search for it on YouTube. How to post on Facebook. People still search for it on YouTube. So if you think that you are a vlogger, blogger, or you're a YouTuber, and some of these topics don't really matter, there are people always searching for it. But some of you are distracted by the number. Nobody's following me. I'll post only 2 likes. I beg you, it's not for me, I beg. No. One opportunity will change your life. And I think I've never shared this on any platform, and I'll say this tonight. Some of you, I think early this year, some of you, you noticed that I was mentioned on a platform owned by John Obidi, and he kept saying that this is the guy to follow in 2022. He's on fire. He's like a nuclear. He's crazy. This guy is crazy. Some of you, I'm sure you've seen that video. But the big question you should ask yourself is: before that time, what was Joseph doing? I've been publishing things and doing things that probably some people have never noticed. But then I understood that I was sent to a particular people, and I kept doing what? I kept showing up. I kept showing up. I kept showing up. It takes one person to discover you. It takes one person to find you. And guys, it doesn't matter what you're doing now. When that one person finds you, when that one person notices you, that will be when your game will change. What if one day Will Smith discovers you? Oprah Winfrey discovers you? What if one day Les Brown will discover you? Fela Toure will discover you? How about one day one person up there will discover you? That will be the day that your story will change. But have you been able to show up? Have you been able to show up? Have you been able to honor your destiny? That is easy for you doesn't mean it's common. I hope somebody's learning. That is easy for you doesn't mean it's common. So now the big question some people will be asking tonight is, how can I show up? Because everything you have been saying, I've heard. How can I show up? Number one, tell your story. Yes, tell your story. There are some lessons you've learned over the years that can inspire some people. There's some mistakes you've made. Probably you don't want other people to make the same mistakes, right? And these stories can change people's. Some of you probably you've been in a cult for a while. You've made some terrible decisions in your life. You've done some of the worst things people can imagine, and you've been able to overcome. Maybe you've been addicted to pornography. You've been addicted to chasing men, women, and all this stuff. You've been addicted to some things that are destructive, that have hindered your progress at some level. But now you have an opportunity to share your story, to help the younger generation, to help those currently going through what you went through, to overcome that challenge. Probably you've spent so much money trying to learn a particular skill, but now you've discovered the easy way that can help people. I bet you that can help people. Tell your story, the tiny bit of your story. Today, what lesson did you learn today that can inspire a lot of people? What did you learn yesterday? What did you learn in 2022? What are the 3 lessons you've learned? Recently in August, I turned 30, and there's so many lessons I've learned. So imagine I hide that lessons. Imagine I'm hiding those things from people that are not yet 30. Am I the first person to turn 30? People have turned 30 before now. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Man, am I the. There are lessons. There are people looking up to me that are going to be inspired by my story. Why? So I shouldn't hide my story. I shouldn't hide those things. So that is why most times on Facebook group, I share my story. The things that have helped me, I share my story. I share my story. As one of you asked, why is Joseph always being celebrated? It's because there are people I always try to help. When you decide to help people, the reward are always there. Let me not be fast. Let me not try to be too fast because I have something like that to share. So I'll just take it step by step. So number one, tell your story. Number two, share your work experience. You had a job, they fired you. Why did they fire you? Experience. So I do not fire another person. You had a job, you got promoted, you got an opportunity to travel out. What did you do? Right. Share the story to inspire a lot, to inspire others. Or do you just want to be the first and the last? I've accepted this opportunity. Nobody else deserves this chance. No, don't be selfish. Share your work experience. Number three, show your work. This is where a lot of people miss it. So you go to your timeline on your bio, you put a bio that nobody understands. I am, this bogus English, this big grammar that you just use. Someone come and read your bio. What does this guy do? What you do is comedy. Can you just write comedy there for that level to attract that level of opportunity? But you're gonna write, I'm a laughter specialist. Wait. You're gonna check for the synonym of laughter. You see one big grammar. Virtual expression specialist. What you are talking about is being a comedian. No? We're gonna use big grammar. And there are some people that are looking for comedians to hire. But because what you use there is not what they can understand, you miss that opportunity. Some of you at your level, you're a graphic designer, but you're trying to use the one big English. When I was a graphic designer, just a graphic designer, I was everywhere as a graphic designer. Everybody knew me for that. But when I built capacity, I enrolled for other trainings. I've now earned the new title to attract the new opportunities for that level. So whatever level you are, use a bio that can attract that level of opportunity and enjoy your growth process. Enjoy your journey. Stop trying to say, Joseph is doing this. Let me use that kind of bio too. Let me use that kind of bio too. Some of you, the reason why you have not been able to access some opportunities because of the bios you are using. I'm a CEO, founder. And the kind of opportunity you are looking for is not founder opportunity. You're looking for who will just pay 5,000 today, so you can just eat and calm down. You're looking for who just pay 10,000, 100,000. You're looking for who you can just do websites for, but you are using bio CEO, but nobody can relate. I hope this is helping people. I'm not shaking tables, I beg. I'm here to help. Show your work. If you have done flyers, if you have done websites, if you have created videos, show your work. If you've written articles, show your work. If you've written books, show your work. Whatever you've done, show your work. In the comment, let's go. I will show my work this week. Let's go, guys. Let's go. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment. I will show my work this week. I'll be shameless this week. I will show my work this week. Showing up on Etim your uniqueness. That's what we're talking about. Let's go in the comment. I will show my work this week. I'll be shameless. I will show my work this week. Yes. I will show my work this week. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I will show my work this week. I will show my work this week. I will show my work this week. We're not coming here to play this week. This week is show time. I will show my work this week. This week, I'll be shameless about what I know. I will decide to teach. I will decide to honor my destiny. I've been running away from this thing for a long time. Joseph, thank you so much. This week, I'm showing up. I'm showing up strong. I'm starting from where I am. I'm doing it big. Yes. Show up. I'm showing up this week. I'm showing up this week. I will show my work this week. Number 4, talk about the people you've met. Some of you, you've probably connected with some of the most inspiring people in the world. Top leaders, global leaders, founders. Some of you, you've met Elon Musk before. You've met Mark Zuckerberg, but nobody knows. Nobody knows. In fact, there was no picture. You've missed an opportunity. You took a picture with Mark Zuckerberg, with Elon Musk, and nobody knew. You're not ready. You took a picture with Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. You took a picture with Will Smith. You took a picture with the president. You took a picture with a celebrity. And nobody knows. You're not ready. Use storytelling to express yourself. Use storytelling to do what? To express yourself. How did you meet the person? At what occasion? Maybe you took a picture with one big celebrity, like someone that everybody's trying to connect with, probably with Vusi Tembakwayo in South Africa, and you just took a picture, and what you just wrote was "Happy Sunday, guys." Wow, such an experience. No, write a story, because one opportunity can change your life. People will see the picture and they're like, "Oh my God, Joseph knew this person." They want to connect with you because of the person you know. Some of the opportunities you are leaving on the table, just a picture will change you for life, will change you for, like, one picture you take, one picture will change your life forever. One picture you take with somebody will change your life for what? Forever. One picture you take will change your life forever. Am I making sense? One picture you take will change your life forever. Number 5, the lessons you've learned. Share the lessons you've learned. Share the lessons you've learned. Number 6, the ideas you have. Share your ideas. Nothing like those team ideas. You've learned, so share your ideas. I'm here tonight sharing my ideas with you. Decide to teach others. The only way to gain visibility is by sharing your knowledge, showing up. When you show up, you buy visibility for yourself. Number 7, decide to share helpful tips. Decide to share helpful tips. Probably you work with an NGO, you work with an impact project, whatever. You work with a technology company, you work, whatever. Decide to help. Share helpful tips. You run a YouTube channel, share helpful tips. You run a podcast, share helpful tips. Number 8 here is share your daily experiences, past experiences, book reviews, share it. Share your personal development journey, personal development tips, share it. Your writing skills, share it. Your development tips, share it. Share what you've overcome, addictions. Some of you've probably been in a toxic relationship with somebody and you've been able to conquer. Share it. Probably before you were a very toxic person. You were a difficult person to work with. But now everybody's saying, this guy is now changed and blah 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 blah. What really happened? Share it. Share your journey. Share your project. Share your contribution. Share your work with others. Share work with others. Now, these are the benefits. When you decide to show up, these are the benefits. Number 1, there are opportunities to be enjoyed. Number 1, opportunities. When you decide to show up, there are opportunities. As of this opportunity, you have no clue about it. You have no clue what the opportunities you can you can unravel, you can uncover. You have no clue. Some of the people waiting to connect with you, you have no clue who you connect with when you show up. Probably you show up and the next thing, channels TV, CNN, Fox News, they want to have you for an interview. Every time I get invitations to speak, I'm always like, okay, but some of you, you've been hustling speaking engagement and you don't get it. Why? You're not showing up. Some people but some people are not looking for the opportunity, but they keep having opportunities to choose from. Why? They keep showing up. Opportunities, travel opportunities. Recently, um, I got a message from one of the people I've been privileged to talk to help, and he shared something that I think we have. There was this hangout we had in August, right? And I felt led to share some experiences and some stories with some people. And recently, he just shared something with me because I gave him access to one of my courses, my online videos to watch. There's some courses I have um, on Seller, and one of it is how to build your brand from zero, the difficult part of building your brand and how to solve it. So I he asked for the link and I sent it to him, and he paid and he listened and took notes. And recently he sent me a testimonial, beautiful stuff. That after watching that and he was able to take actions, the last engagement he had was in Turkey. He was invited to Turkey to speak. Recently, he was also invited to South Africa to speak. Why? He was able to use what he learned, and that transformed his life. And he was just saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Why? I was able to show up. So some of you, the opportunities you're going to enjoy are tied to your showing up. So you need to show up. Number two, there is some of the jobs you are looking for requires you showing up. Probably on LinkedIn, there's some things you start showing up for. You start writing. Some of you can write very well, but nobody have ever seen your writing. You can speak very well, but nobody have ever listened to your voice. Your voice is so sweet, so unique, but nobody has heard you speak before. Nobody. Only your friends. So you have to show up. Some of the jobs you are looking for are tied to the stories you've not shared. Because of time, number three, profit. I call it profit, money. Some of you are crying, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Have you tried to show up? Have you tried to show up? Have you tried to show up? Probably the money you are looking for is in your reluctance. Like you've been reluctant to show up. Like Moses. Moses was crying. These people are complaining, Lord, people are complaining, what do I do? What do I do? There's a question that God asked Moses in Exodus chapter 4 and Exodus chapter 14. What do you have in your hand? Every time Moses came back to God to complain, God will ask Moses, Moses, what do you have in your hand? And today I'm asking you guys the same question. What do you have in your hand? I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Nobody knows me, nobody knows me, nobody knows me. I'm asking you a question. What do you have in your hand? What is your superpower? What is that thing that people compliment you for? What is that thing that is unique about you? What do you have in your hand? What? Stop seeking endorsement from people making it in life. Probably if you decide to show up, them too, they want to connect with you. I bet you the people you are trying to connect are also trying to connect with you. But then you've not been able to show up. The people you want to follow, they want to follow you too, but you have not showed up. Number three, profit, money, relationship. Number four, and number five, when you show up, people will decide to support you. Some of the support we enjoyed at YPC is because we showed up. Some of you are looking for financial support when you've not showed up. You've not done nothing. You're looking for support. You keep writing letters to people. You keep begging people to support you. But then why not show up first? That's number five. People will support you when you show up. Number six, people will sponsor your work when you show up. The first boot camp I had in 2019, before you turn 25, everybody was just calling. Just said, I would like to sponsor young people. People were paying for people. Somebody would say, I want to pay for 10 persons. I want to pay for this number of persons. I want to pay. I want to support what you're doing. I love what you do. Just I want to support. There was sponsorship. That event at the end, less than 10% paid for the training. Because in fact, people were not paying. I was not looking for people to attend. Why? Because I decided to show up. Number seven here, I wrote, you have human capital. When you show up, a lot of human beings would want to support you. When you show up, a lot of human beings would want to support you. So how have you been able to show up? How have you been able to show up? There are so many people waiting to support you, but then you have to show up first. Finally, how can anybody be consistent? I'm sure this will wrap up. Whew! Guys, was this helpful? Let me know in the comment. Was this helpful? Was this helpful? Was this helpful? Let me know in the comments. Was this helpful? Let me know in the comments. Was this helpful? Let me know in the comments. Was this helpful? Let me know in the comments. Joseph, thank you, but this is not for me. Let me know in the comments. Awesome. Kind of said it was helpful. Awesome. Awesome. Guys, was this helpful? Let me know in the comments. Don't worry, guys. I'll be wrapping up. This is 9:30. Wow, 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 wow. Let's see how we can use the next 10 minutes to wrap up. If you have questions, just drop it in the comments. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. Don't worry, guys. I'll leave the replay here so you can come and watch again. I will leave the replay here. I'm not taking it down. The replay will be here for you to see it over and over. How to be consistent. Florence is saying, I'll show up this week. Awesome. Show up. Oh. Your money is in people's pocket. Oh. Show up. Oh. How to be consistent. Number one, have a plan. Have a strategy. If you want to show up, what is your plan? What is your strategy? You don't just come and start writing posts online. Start doing this. What is your game plan? What is your plan? What is your growth plan? What is your story plan? What is your growth plan? What is your attention plan? What plan? For some of you that have seen my, you've probably have had access to, I think in Kano, you must have seen that video, building your brand from zero. And some of the things I shared there was how you can write interesting captions, right? So one of the things you guys need to learn in showing up, you must learn how to write interesting captions. I think I shared that in how to build your brand from zero, like from scratch. How can you build your brand from scratch? I shared that in the video. So if you have interest in that, you can reach out to me. I can send you the link to get the download. Okay? I can send you the link to have access to the download. Right? So you must have a plan. Yes, you must have a plan. Some of you, you've been ignored. Why you don't have a plan? What is your growth plan this week? You want to show your work, but what's the plan? What is your story? What is the story you're going to be using? You have a video you want to publish. What will be the caption? What stories are you going to be sharing this week? You want to write a post that will go viral. What will be the story? Have a plan. Have a strategy. Your attention strategy, your growth strategy, your visibility strategy, your social media strategy. What is your game plan? 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 Then number two, for you to be able to show up and move at the speed of light, there are some skills you must learn. One of it is you must learn how to write. You must learn how to write. You must learn how to create simple designs. Some of you, that has been the problem. You must learn how to create simple designs. You must learn how to create simple videos. You must learn how to create simple videos. You must have your editing skills in place. You must learn how to edit. You must learn how to create simple designs. There is Canva, or you can pay somebody to teach you. If you want to learn how to design, you can reach out to me. I can put you through. Want to learn how to create your videos, you can reach out to me. I can put you through. Right? Some of you, even as simple as screenshotting something on social media, you don't know how to do it. You're not ready to show up. Right? So you must learn the basic skills, the writing skills, the editing skills, your design skills. You must learn it. Number three, you must learn. Now, this is the magic of, I think I shared this in my video, how to build your brand from zero and how to stay consistent. The difficult part of personal brand. I'll just steal this and share this with you guys. How to stay consistent. Now, some of you don't know this, but how I'm able to stay consistent. Some of you want to post a video tomorrow by 6 a.m., by 7 a.m., by 8 a.m., and you don't want to wake up early because you are working overnight and stuff like that. Or maybe you're not sure of network, you may not have data, and all those excuses. There's how you can schedule your post. You can schedule your post on Facebook, on Instagram. You can schedule your post. Choose the time when you want it to go live. You can schedule your post. And one of the tools you can use to do that is called Business Suite. On your laptop, it's called Content Studio, Facebook Content Studio. But on your Android, on your iPhone, you can use Facebook Business Suite. I hope this is helping people who can use it to schedule your post. You can schedule the post for the whole week. Every day you have a post. So if you say, I want all my videos to be going out by 6 p.m., by 4 a.m., whatever time you want it to go out, you can schedule your post. Some of you, this thing I'm saying, and you will not understand it. This is the secret to staying consistent, scheduling your post. I'm just resting. As I'm talking to you now, probably I've scheduled a post on Instagram that is live already. But Joseph is live. How is it? How is Joseph doing all these things at the same time? Schedule your post. Schedule your thoughts. Number four, learn how to write down your ideas. I have my phone. Every idea, I have my notebook, I have my diary, I have my notepad, I have everything. So whenever there's an idea, what do? I write it down. Some of you, when you write down is when you want to post, you go on Facebook, on Instagram, as it's coming to you, you are typing. And woe unto you that day you were typing like 100 words already into it, your phone hanged, and everything you wrote down disappeared. You have to start from scratch. That's not how it works. Go first, write it on your notepad first. Edit, proofread, show it to somebody that is good to check. Does this make sense? What do you think? Okay, can you adjust this caption? Blah blah blah. And you publish it, and everybody's like, oh my god, this is good. Wow, Joseph, thank you so much. Because what? You've been able to pay attention to these things. So, ladies and gentlemen, because of time, at this point, I would like to take questions. 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 I hope I'm helping somebody here. Don't worry, I'll leave the replay here. So you can come back to watch. I would like to take questions. I would like to take questions. Was this helpful? Hope I didn't waste your time. Was this helpful? Let me know in the comment. Was this helpful? Did you get value for your time? 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 If you are watching here tonight, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to Joseph Etim. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join our Facebook community, Young People Connect Africa. Are there questions? Awesome. Favor is very helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Favor. Kano, I got so much value. Awesome. Thank you. Questions, 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 questions. I'll take questions now. If you have questions, leave it in the comments and I'll just highlight it. Then we'll take questions. I wouldn't want us to keep us longer. I wouldn't want to keep us longer. Questions, questions, questions. Questions, questions, questions. If you have a question, let me know. If you have a question, let me know. So while I'm waiting for the questions, okay, I made a promise during the hangout that I was going to um, host a session where I'll be talking about the lessons I've learned from turning 30 and some of the secrets that have helped me. And I'll be publishing a date for that very soon. So in first week of November or so, I'll be going live to do that with those that are already in the group. So if you're watching here and you want to be part of it, you can sign up. I think the fee is 10,000, but for community members here, you can have access to it for 5,000. Right? That's just an announcement. So I don't plan to publish the flyer here, not yet. Okay, so if you're interested, you could send me a DM on Instagram or on Facebook, and I will give you access for 5,000 lessons I've learned from turning 30, secrets, things that have helped me, have been able to build so much influence and buy attention for my work, the things we do at YPC, our team, and the challenges, the mistakes, the growth process, just sharing the journey, right? So it's a place where you can ask me questions and I'll get to answer. So if you're interested, if you're watching live, if you get to watch the replay, just send me a DM with 5,000 naira, you're in. I'll be publishing the. I don't know if I'll publish this thing officially on Facebook though, because it's not my major program for November, but it's something I really want you guys to be part of. It's for inner cycle members. So if you're interested, send me a DM, 5,000 naira, and you're in. Don't worry about the 10,000, just pay 5,000 and you have immediate access. Joseph, I've been trying to connect with you. This is an opportunity. Stop sending me DMs, DMs, DMs. This is an opportunity. Come and learn. Hi, Ifunaya, Juliet. Thank you for getting value. Thank you. Thank you. Share the links to your friends so they can come watch the replay if this was really helpful. So I cannot see any question here. I'm sure you guys got value. I can't see questions. So at this point, I would like to appreciate everybody. Thank you so much, everybody that connected tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing our flyers. Thank you for connecting till this time. We started by 8 and it's almost 2 hours and it's been really incredible. I wouldn't want to keep us here any further. So if you are here, so what I would love you guys to do for me is take a screenshot, post it on your Instagram story, and mention Joseph, mention YPC, tag me. I'll try to repost. Let's tell people that this was fantastic. Help your boy, help us to go viral, help us promote what we're doing here. Don't just learn and claim out. Nobody should learn from Joseph. It's only me. It's only me that want to learn from Joseph. It's only me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. If you got value, screenshot. If you got value, screenshot, post on your Instagram story. Post and tag me. And tag me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I am Joseph Etim. Follow YPC on Instagram at YPC Africa. take a screenshot, take a screenshot, tag me on Instagram, and let me know how the session went. And let's connect on Instagram as well. So, guys, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I'm so excited about this session, and I'm pretty excited that it was this impactful. And I look forward to connecting with you guys and helping you to become better versions of yourself. Thank you so much for connecting. Do have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the new week. Show up, show your work, and be the best version of yourself. So enjoy the rest of your day and have a beautiful week. Have fun.
I think it was a great initiative. I love the organization. I love the curation of speakers. The volunteers, everyone did so well. I think that Joseph Etim, the convener of the event, did a fantastic job of putting this together. I think that it's something that young people in Nigeria and Africa need. And that is leadership, real thought leadership, and showing people what they need to be looking at. Not everybody knows by default what they should be looking at or what they should be seeing or which way they should be curating their knowledge or the path they should be walking in. And so when you put together an event like this where people who have decades worth of experience are sharing for next to nothing to people, I think that it's something that we need. I think it's what really would help the youth of Nigeria beyond any government initiative. What the people in the private sector like Joseph are doing, it's amazing. So I'm glad to be a part of it. I feel privileged to have shared my 2 cents worth of knowledge with people who came here today.
Accomplishments, and there he was in his kingdom. It was an emperor actually, the emperor who had not killed self-titled.
Today I'm really excited about Connect Conference. I'm really excited because we've been able to conclude what we just got as a vision. Today marks the end of the 2 days events we initially had. We were able to host industry expert, we were able to host Blessing Abeng, Lamide Johnson, Julius Afolabi, Philip Agola, and we had John Obidi attend live from Dubai. He came all the way.
As the conference began unfolding, it was like very deep sections, and it was like a transition from one phase to another phase to another phase. So today we had John Obidi, and I sat quietly at the back. It was really thought-provoking. It had so much insight. It made me think to the point where I would separate things and know that, oh, there are some things that need to be arranged in a chronological order after this event. And I'm very grateful I was here. It has really been a paradigm shift in my thinking, in execution. It's going to be a whole new different ballgame.
I think even beyond the information that was shared here, something was formed, I think unknowingly, and that is community. It's one of the things that I emphasized in my talk, community. The things that have been done here can be replicated, and people should keep in touch. We just shared what we could today, but tomorrow somebody's going to know something, and next week somebody will know something, and so if we keep the community together, I think that's going to help the attendees more than a one-off event. So what I'm excited about more is the community that has been created here. I think there's a Facebook group that has been created, and so I think more information will be shared there. People are going to interact, share more knowledge, more opportunities, and so that's one big take home from here. I mean, there's a lot that has been shared, but I think the best takeaway here is the community, and I just would like everybody to connect with the community and keep the fire burning.
Having of us took actions last night. Just like you did something you never thought you could do.
I have been profoundly impacted by his work. You know, I've seen his rise, and I mean, you come to all these events and you teach and you say all you want, but you know that by the time they get back on the road, get into traffic, get on the buses, you know, the environment is going to sap about 80% of the inspiration. So not everybody, despite our best intentions, will be a doer of the word, so to speak. You know, but I'm so happy to have seen how he took the words that he heard, not just from me, but the learnings that he was able to grab from books, from experience, from other speakers, and his own life lived experience, and he turned it into something amazing. and not just doing that for himself, but extending that to his own community. I think that is profound. I think that is a template that every young person should follow. The YPC team was amazing. I mean, from the media to the cameras to the protocol to the internet team, it was amazing. And I would like them to keep up the good work. Just so good.
It's been such a journey, and I can't really express how I feel, but I'm super excited that Connect Conference 2022 has been a wrap. I want to say thank you to everybody that connected from everywhere in the world. Thank you so much for connecting with us. Thank you for attending. Thank you to those that paid all the way to come to the city of Abuja to attend Connect Conference. It's been a journey, and I'm really excited that we're able to do this, and we're doing it again and even bigger. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.